Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Infi and Sky. This is a Warcraft 3 replay for those of you who don't recognize the game. Not Dota, nothing else, just standard Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. Infi spawning on the left-hand side of Echo Isle as the teal human player. Meanwhile, all the way across the map we have Sky spawning as the purple human player as well over here. There are only two spawning locations, so I'm kind of interested to see how this human mirror match will be coming into fruition, what the strategies are going to be from both players. Now, I kind of got tired a little bit with StarCraft 2, watching the same games, playing the same games, so I thought I'd change it up, spice it up a little bit for you guys. This will be my only replay. Sky now coming in with a militia to fight back against one of those militia as well. Taking him down and then forcing him back. We have another militia now returning back to work, getting a second farm as well. So pretty standard opening coming in from Infi and Sky. But Infi and Sky are probably two of the best human players that I can think of. Infi winning the World Cyber Games 2009 in Shenzhen, China. Sky, I believe, winning it in 2008 and 2007. I'm not sure if it was back to back. I'll have to double check. My history on Warcraft 3 is not as up to date as it used to be. But both players very strong with their respective races. Both players also playing for the same team now. So World Elite Pepsi Infi versus World Elite Pepsi Sky. Down over here, the heroes are going to be Archmage versus most likely another Archmage. And yeah, Archmage versus Archmage here on Echo Isle. We'll see how the play is really going to be moved out. Normally, Infi and Sky both like to use towers. It's kind of it's a very safe, very tactical maneuver for a human player to use towers. A lot of players don't really agree with it, not understanding why towers are used so much, calling them cheap or just, you know, human imba. But, you know, towers are a very large part of the game. Wow, excuse me. Infi now out and creeping with this Archmage, gonna creep this Ogre Warrior with these Forest Troll Trappers camp. While Sky is doing some militia creeping over here, trying to take down this mercenary camp. May try to pick up a Troll Shadow Priest. Militia now moving over and picking up that Troll Shadow Priest as those militia now finishing off the rest of these Cold Bolts. Renegade Wizard does not have enough for a purge, unable to take down that last Water Elemental, and now that Renegade Wizard will be taking down Archmage, now moving in with those footmen. Archmage picked up a Gloves of Haste, almost at level 2. However, the Archmage of Sky will be at level 2 based upon, after creeping this particular creep camp, get a Parapt of Vitality, should move over and pick it up. But Sky, for some reason, not really watching his heroes. One Arcane Tower now fighting back against Sky's whole entire rush. That single militia may come, or no, sorry, that Water Elemental not able to take down any units as that Arcane Tower does a little bit of feedback damage towards any summoned units. Sky now coming in with a level 2 Archmage with a lot of hit points, 625, and a larger amount of energy as well. So 276 mana on the Archmage versus Infi's probably below 100, down to 67. So Infi's going to be forced to retreat. Militia now perhaps going to try to creep out this camp, or no, going to go ahead and try to creep out the mercenary camp, as well as Sky is now creeping out this Ogre Warrior camp. Ogre Warrior camp getting taken down. Ring of Protection +2 most likely will be sold in just a little bit. Now, Renegade Wizard getting focused down. The Renegade Wizard having normal armor, taking extra damage from those militia and that footman, quickly getting taken down. And now level 2 for Infi's Archmage, also picking up a Parapt Eye Vitality. Footman chasing down a single low hit point footman of Sky. Sky able to pull away, but it may be a little bit dangerous. That footman may just end up feeding experience to Infi. Now coming over here, Archmage sitting at level 2, almost level 3. Same amount of experience as Infi's, but Infi's, I'm not 100% sure, should be slightly shy of level 3 off of this particular creep camp. Gonna get a Manual of Health as the Archmage now moving in perhaps to do a little bit of creeping on this Ogre Mauler camp. If he can get the Ogre Mauler camp and pick up the great items, and perhaps also pick up a Scroll of Healing once it hits Daybreak, or pick up that Boots of Speed, he will get a significant advantage. Ogre Mauler now down to 200 hit points. One low hit point footman gonna get taken down. Pulled back but still taken down. Level 3 on that Archmage, picking up a Wand of Lightning Shield. 2 Forest Troll Shadow Priest now. So Sky getting plenty of healing as Infi now gonna do a militia creep over here at the natural expansion and on the Southern Isle, the only expansion for Infi on this map. So if this game does go long, there is only 1 or 2 locations to really, or there's only 2 expansions on the whole entire map, and it may become more of a resource game. Down goes that last forest, that Forest Troll Berserker as that Archmage now coming back in, perhaps to try to intercept some additional units, boot the speed on that Archmage. Archmage moving much more quickly and should be able to pressure in. However, Lightning Shield on that Footman. Footman wanting to perhaps take down all of those militia. That Lightning Shield dealing 15 damage a second, I believe, per attack. No, 20 damage a second, and now that Footman just dealing that damage towards those militia. Now more Footman coming in, so the army of Sky coming back in to try to fight down, take down these units. May lose a couple of Trill Shadow Priests here in this whole entire engagement, trying to heal up that unit, and down goes one Trill Shadow Priest. Sky trying to use the rest of these mercenaries to continue to push. Archmage sitting at level 3, Footman, a large army for Infi. Infi sitting, his army sitting at 37 over 42, and now militia coming in to join in on that fight, but they're all low on hit points, will not be able to continue and engage. Archmage of the Water Elementals of Sky now getting taken down. Human mirror match is very difficult to shoutcast sometimes, as both of them getting Water Elementals, both of them doing the same exact strategy, now trying to push against Infi's natural expansion. Tower's not yet up, no upgrades there, as the Town Hall has been cancelled, so 5 peasants just sitting here, gonna get taken down very easily as more Footmen coming in from behind to perhaps try to take down Sky's Archmage. Archmage awfully low on, or not low on hit points at all, however gonna lose that single Water Elemental and continue to feed the experience into Infi's Archmage. Archmage almost level 4. So that will give a strong advantage towards the Archmage of Infi, as Infi's Brilliance Aura, level 2 Brilliance Aura, will be able to drop additional Water Elementals fairly easily. Infi now trying to hide away with that single low hit point Footman. Sky wants that Footman, gonna get another hit down on that Footman. Footman taken down, and now Sky's Archmage also getting close to level 2. We are now at tier 2 for Sky, so Sky now getting an Arcane Vault. I do not see a Mountain King yet. Sorry, is that the Mountain King? No, Pandirian Brewmaster. So Sky gonna use that Breath of Fire against that Pandirian Brewmaster, perhaps, or from that Pandirian Brewmaster to try to just dish out that damage towards the rest of those Footmen. Sky not really moving in with that Pandirian Brewmaster, perhaps wanting to take down some of those peasants, and peasants taking some fair hits as well. Single low hit point Troll Shadow Priest now taken down. Pandirian Brewmaster down to 292 hit points. Very, very low on hit points. Getting another Breath of Fire off, so Infi is going to take a lot of damage here or lose a lot of peasants here, and that expansion will not be fully saturated. However, the Pandirian Brewmaster down to 108 hit points, being forced to pull back. Archmage still running around that map, very low on hit points as well, down to 210. Footmen chasing, Water Elementals chasing the single Pandirian Brewmaster here, so really needs to get healed back up. No Troll Shadow Priest in sight, as now Sky is trying to build double Sanctums, perhaps in order to get those Priests and perhaps some Sorceresses, as Infi still sitting at tier 1, will not be able to get any Spellbreakers anytime soon. Archmage trying to come back in from the north side and push in on the natural expansion of Infi, but Infi able with this smaller army here to hold off. Archmage dropping another Water Elemental. No additional mana to drop additional Water Elementals. Now the Infi Shadow Priest down to 86 hit points. However, Archmage should be level 4. Yeah, now sitting at level 4 because of the abolished magic from that Troll Shadow Priest. One very low hit point Troll Berserker trying to pull away. Arcane feedback coming in from that Arcane Tower, dropping or getting a couple hits, trying to deplete the mana of that Archmage. Archmage of Infi sitting at level 4, continuing to just harass this space right now, as there's nothing really in here. Archmage and Pandirian Brewmaster both sitting at level 3 and level 1 respectively, and both sitting on very, very low hit points. This is going to turn out to be very bad. Some priests now coming in perhaps to try to get some healing, as those Water Elementals should try to focus down some of those priests. Those priests have are unarmored, so they take additional damage from that piercing damage of that Water Elemental. So Water Elemental taking down one quick priest. Now Breath of Fire getting 2 of those Water Elementals, and now those Water Elementals trying to pull away once again, as now Infi gonna perhaps pick up a Troll Shadow Priest. No, picking up some mercenaries of his own, gonna be able to take down that one low hit point Footman. Down it goes, level 4 on that Archmage. So Archmage saying that level 4, level 3 on the other Archmage of Sky, and level 1 on that Pandirian Brewmaster. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between Sky and Infi here on Echo Isle.